Hello everyone! I am coming to you with my, I guess it'd be my 17 and 18 week update. Of course, I am now making a habit of basically making every other week updates rather than every week. Just time seems to elude me. Last weekend was Remington's 4th birthday. I cannot believe that he's 4 already. It just brings back so many memories of thinking back when he was born and just being at the hospital with him, and we were telling him the morning of his birthday, it was on Sunday, I was looking at the clock and telling him about where I was then and everything, and trying to do the time difference because he was born out in California, and explaining to him how his birth mommy carried him in her belly and how we were there, and we couldn't wait to see him, and that when we finally got to see him, how I cried. So now he talks about it, and it's really cute to hear him talk about how he was in his birth mommy's belly, but when I finally got to see him, how I cried because I was so happy, and to hear him retell the story, it's just really cute. But he's not my baby anymore, and it's just crazy that he's getting so big. But that's what I've been busy with, getting his party planned, and not only that, I seem to have this thing of planning projects before we're having people over. Like 2 weeks before, I'm like, let's start a project and let's have it done by the time people are here. So we've been doing some more home renovations, and we've been doing them anyways because we're trying to sell our house and they need to be done, or we'd like them to be done to try to improve the house and sell it. So it's kind of been just non-stop working, and thank goodness most of the projects are done, and it's just like this huge weight off our shoulders. But of course there's still decorating stuff that I want done, and we're going to be transitioning Remington over to the spare room and making his room the baby's nursery, and so that'll be a lot more work, and I'm excited to get working on it. But then because we're trying to sell the house, I'm like, what if we sell, then it's pointless. So I'm not sure when we'll start all that, but once we know the gender, I think it's going to be a lot harder to not want to start planning and making that the baby's room and making it more back into a little more babyish than for a 4-year-old, which it's not really for a 4. It's still his nursery, just as adapted with him. So that's why we're moving him, and then the baby will get the nursery because it still pretty much looks like a nursery. And he's excited for the move. He says, the baby's getting his room. He understands that, but we've made it more exciting to him because we're gonna do kind of like antique cars, and just it's a whole new theme for him, and he's excited for it, so that's good. I don't want him to feel like we're kicking him out of his room for this other baby. That's not it at all. But let's see, I made notes because I feel scatterbrained on top of all these projects and everything. I'm sure it's pregnancy brain as well, but I can't remember things, and I'll just be like and a lot, so I wanted to write stuff down to remember. The biggest thing is I should watch my videos before so I don't repeat too much, but I think I explained how the only time I thought I felt the baby move 2 weeks ago would have been like my imagination, and I still, up until probably the later part of last week, thought it was my imagination just wanting to feel the baby move. But then it's just become so consistently every day I feel it, and it's I guess gotten probably a little bit stronger throughout the weeks, and it has to be the baby. I know everybody says like butterflies and all that. To me, it's not. It's like what I say is like my heartbeat. I can sit here and feel my heartbeat. Well, that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm feeling a little like heartbeat in my belly, not consistent thuds like heartbeat, just random ones, and it's a weird feeling, but I'm not describing it at all like anybody else does, so I don't know if it really is. But I'm thinking it has to be because, well, Remington wanted to see Transformers 3 because that's all he's talked about for like the past 6 months, was that it would be coming out near his birthday and we were gonna go take him to see it. So we're sitting in the movie and it hits me, I haven't felt the baby move all day. Regardless, why that doesn't even fit. I don't even know where I'm throwing, now I'm just throwing random words in. I don't even know what I was saying now, but, so we're sitting at the movies, I haven't felt the baby move all day, or that little thud that I think is the baby, and I start panicking because it had seemed so active the night before. Like, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, I swear I can feel it. And then nothing. So I was like, oh my god, what if it got tangled up in the cord or something? I just started freaking out. So I was like sitting there with my hands on my belly and was trying to pay attention to the movie. And it was probably about half an hour later, after having that thought and worrying, I could start to feel the little like heartbeat thuds. And not only could I feel them internally like I normally do, I swear I could feel it with my hand externally. And I almost tried to reach over and grab Clint's hand to see, but Remington was sitting in between us and it would have been quite the stretch. Plus, he would have had no idea what he was, trying to feel. I mean, I'm sure he would have, but with the movie being loud and all that. So I didn't try to see. Plus, I knew when it was happening because I could feel it inside of me. So I don't know if he'd really have known. It probably wouldn't have felt like much. But that was really exciting. That was, I'm going to say, like my first documented 100% it was the baby. And didn't keep up for a long time, but it was enough to make me feel good. And I was like so reassured. I'm like, thank you, baby. That was very nice of you to put my mind at ease. The next thing is my boobs are getting big. I don't necessarily feel like they are till I look at them. And maybe in this shirt doesn't really see, but I wind up, if I'm wearing like a low cut shirt a lot of days, I'll wind up putting a little bit of foundation on. Well, I'm feeling pale as it is because I'm used to tanning and all that, and I'm not doing that now, but my boobs have gotten really veiny. There's just a ton of veins in them now, and it's not the most attractive look, that's for sure. And I know they're getting bigger because my bras are just not fitting. I feel like I am popping out of them, and then just even lower cut shirts, I'll walk by the mirror and I'm like, whoa, I am about, I got a lot more showing coming out of the shirt. So I'm enjoying it because I went from being this non-existent A cup to being a double D once I got implants, and I love that. But now, who knows, like I don't know what I would be officially now. I don't know, I probably still close to just a 32 around, maybe now up to 34, which would make bras easier to find, because try to find a 32 double D, not the easiest thing, because I've got this tiny little rib cage and now bigger boobs. But yeah, I think I should probably start looking for bigger bras because they're hard to fit into. I have noticed, I'd say the last week, I'm starting to get the little, like, happy trail brown line down my belly. It's not super noticeable, it's pretty faint at this point, but it's starting to show up, and that excited me because I know that's normal in pregnancy, and it means, I think it's just because of hormones, but that, yay, I'm pregnant and it's reassuring. So that was good. I'm still peeing a lot. The last couple nights, I think I've gotten up twice in the middle of the night to pee, so it went from once in the middle of the night to twice. And during the day, when I'm drinking more and of an adequate amount, because I have a tendency to not drink that much, but I'm trying to get better at it. That means I'm in the bathroom constantly. Every 10 minutes, I swear, I have to pee. So that's been fun, but I know that's what I need. I've been getting these cramps at night, and not every night. I've had it happen maybe 5-6 times over the last couple weeks, so every few nights. I'll wake up with cramps, like menstrual cramps, like pretty intense. And I'll either roll over, or the first time I feel them, I know I've got to pee, so I go up. As soon as I get up, they go away. So it's really weird. I don't know what they are. I don't know what's causing them. If I can remember, I should probably create a list and take it with me to the doctor. I have a doctor's appointment on Friday, and just ask. I'm sure it's something pretty normal. I am not that alarmed by it, but it's just kind of annoying to wake up to. And the first day I was definitely more alarmed because I associate period-like cramps with a period, and I know that's not good. But obviously my body's changing and shifting and stuff, because some reason I've always been like a side sleeper, and I'm still sleeping on my side, but now my arms fall asleep. Whichever side I'm sleeping on, that arm falls asleep, so I'm constantly waking up because that arm's asleep, and I usually roll over and deal with that. But honestly, I don't have like the round ligament pains. I just don't have all those like horrible aches and pains that most pregnant women complain about. My back has been sore a few times the last week. Mainly, I think, again, with just all the stuff we've been doing for the party and around the house. It's just, I'm in different positions than I normally would be for extended periods of time. I have not been working on my dolls as much the past couple weeks because of the party planning and the house projects. Well, today I got out one of my doll kits and was working on it and painting, and the way I sit more forward to reach the table a lot, and my upper back is in pretty extreme pain from it, and I feel like my innards are just getting squished down from sitting forward. So I'm thinking, if at 18 weeks I'm already feeling this way, how am I going to make it another 20? And this is my livelihood. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to figure something out. Maybe if I get a TV tray out and can put it more to the side so I'm not leaning. I don't know. But I'm going to have to experiment, make it work, because I'll just have to. Our gender scan is this Sunday. It's the 3D, 4D one, and it's like a sneak peek one, that's what they call it. And our official ultrasound is a week from this Friday, so a week and a half away. And so I'm again thinking, between the two, we've got to find out the gender, which we better, because we've got this gender party planned, and I just sent out in the invitations for that. So I'm really excited, and we better find out. And I keep hoping girl. I'm still thinking girl, 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 but then sometimes I catch myself and think like boy or he, and so I don't know if it's just like way deep inside of me is saying it's a boy but I'd like a girl, or what it is. But I keep thinking my gut tells me girl, but then, like I said, I find myself saying he, or picturing a boy once born. So who knows? I am not, like, I don't have this overwhelming gut instinct of what it is. No idea. It will probably be a shock either way, because I really just don't know. I have no idea. I feel kind of bad that I don't have those motherly gut instincts, but I don't. I'm trying, but I don't. Sorry, baby. Let's see. My belly is definitely growing. People are noticing it more, but it's everybody who knows that I'm pregnant, so no strangers yet have noticed. I'm hoping soon, because it feels like it's getting bigger. Yes, I noticed last night when I was taking a shower that my belly is getting big enough that I'm slowly starting to lose sight of my nether regions. I used to have a very flat belly and no problem looking down there, and you know, the upkeep down there, and I'm realizing it's getting harder to look past the belly, and the belly's very hard and firm and not like you push on it and it doesn't move out of the way and all that. So yeah, that's kind of funny. It is what it is. It doesn't bother me. It's just funny because I knew it would happen sooner or later, and I can see it's going to slowly start to happen. I've still been using my Doppler. and the heartbeat, I can pick it up pretty quickly nowadays, and it seems to be higher. I don't have to go way down to like my nether regions to try to find the heartbeat. I can just pull up my shirt. I don't have to undo my pants so much, although I don't want to get the gel on it, so I still usually do undo my pants, but it's more somewhere in between like my nether regions and the my belly button. I can find the heartbeat, so that's exciting because I know again that the baby's growing and expanding my uterus, and it's all changing. So yeah, that's exciting. I will do a belly shot now and wrap things up because I feel like I've talked a lot, rambled a lot, and it's gonna be a long video. So the other thing, I'm so glad this is not like 4D senses or whatever. You don't have smell-o-vision. Move the gerbils. We have 2 gerbils. I don't know if you can see them back there. Moved them in here because of the party. We haven't moved them back, and they stink. I think they need their cage cleaned. But here I am. The baby, that is one thing I forgot to talk about. I will talk about that now, is on the left side. Always over here. The baby, I guarantee you, at the ultrasound will be, my belly kind of always is a little lopsided, sometimes more than others, but I feel like probably from the side I look more pregnant on this side because that's where the baby is. I guarantee you, it's harder there. It's just, that's where I can pick up the heartbeat better. It's just really funny because it's this little bulge will come out over there. So I know the baby's there. And see, I almost said he. I almost did it. I almost said that he's on that side. I just was looking down and pictured my little baby boy. So it's probably a boy. I need to give up on this thoughts of pink and a girl. But that was one thing I forgot to write down. That I need to write down in like a journal so that I can remember all this stuff years from now, is that little baby's hugging tight on the left side. It's really cute. In the mornings, my belly will be like way deformed. If I'm laying there, it freaked me out the first time I noticed it, but it's really cute that I can tell the baby's all up on the left side. So yeah, now I think that's all I've got. And I will be updating you maybe with some ultrasound pics after Sunday, but not with a gender reveal because family's got to find out first. So it'll be another week.